alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will be learning the Nawaaqidh of Tayammum. Now, what is Nawaaqidh? Nawaaqidh are those actions which break the Tayammum. So if any of these things happen, the Tayammum will break and we will either have to repeat the Tayammum or we will have to make wudu or ghusl. So the first one is any action which breaks wudu. So if we do any action which breaks wudu normally, for example, passing wind, going to the bathroom, urine or stool, or any action that would normally break wudu would break the tayammum. And any action which breaks ghusl would also break the tayammum. So any action which breaks wudu or breaks ghusl will break the tayammum, and we will either have to repeat the tayammum if those conditions still apply, or we will have to then make wudu or ghusl. The second one is if there is water found. So in our previous lesson, we said that one of the reasons when we can make tayammum is if there is no water for 2.5 kilometers, a radius of 2.5 kilometers, or if there is a shortage of water, meaning we only have enough water to cook or to drink, then we could make tayammum. But now if we have enough water within the radius of 2.5 kilometers, then our tayammum will break and we will have to make wudu. The next one, we said that if a person has an illness or injury, so if a person had an illness or injury where they could not use water, or the usage of water would delay the healing process, or it would cause further injury, then the person could have made tayammum. But if the person recovers from that illness or from that injury, then the tayammum will break and the person will have to make wudu again. The last one is if a person had a fear or a person had some sort of animal or enemy that was outside their house, and now the animal or enemy is gone, now the person's tayammum will break and the person will have to make wudu again. So in our previous lesson, we said that if a person does not have water for 2.5 kilometers, or there is a shortage of water where the person only has enough water to drink or to cook food, then the person would have to make tayammum. Now if water is found, the tayammum no longer is applicable, or it breaks and we will have to make wudu. If a person was suffering from an illness, or the person had an injury and water would delay the healing process, or water would further injure the person, then once the person recovers, the person can no longer make tayammum, or the tayammum breaks and they will have to make wudu. And if there was a fear of an enemy or any animal, now if that enemy or animal is gone, the person's tayammum will break and they will have to make wudu again. Remember, these conditions are also for ghusl. If water is found, if the person recovers, and if the fear is gone and the person had made the intention for ghusl, then the person will have to make ghusl because the tayammum breaks. So just to recap, when will tayammum break, or what are the Nawaaqidh of tayammum, those factors which break the tayammum? Firstly, anything that would break wudu would break the tayammum. Anything that breaks the ghusl would break tayammum, and the wudu or the tayammum would have to be, or ghusl would have to be repeated. If enough water is found to make wudu or to make ghusl, then the person would have to either make the wudu or ghusl again. If a person had an illness or injury, the person will have to now make wudu or ghusl depending on what they made tayammum for. And if there was a fear of an enemy or animal, now if the fear is gone, the person will have to make wudu or ghusl. So these are the Nawaaqidh of tayammum. Those are factors which break tayammum. In our next lesson, we will inshallah start adhan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
As reference, I am using the Kitab Fiqhul Islam Book 2, which is available from the Naneja Muslim Association.